Hello everyone, this is Musketeer925, and this video will be showing you some of the newest features of my graphing calculator program that I'm programming with the Python programming language, and it's just called the graphing calculator right now. I need a new name, so if you have an idea for a better name, please comment, send me an email, whatever, get that to me, and if I like it, I'll probably use it. So send me a name, and of course, we can just graph an equation and we can show the grid. If you haven't seen the first video, we can do that. We can zoom in, zoom out, other zoom options, and then just like if you have a Texas Instruments graphing calculator, you can change your window. And then we've got that. And then over here we have a shell. We can do like 2 + 2 = 4. If you have to use the shell for that, you've got problems, but you can if you want to. And we can do the square root of something. Absolute value of -94 is obviously 94, but saying we can do different things over there. We can also use like the absolute value in here. We get our absolute value. Let's go to zoom standard. And clear graph. Hide the shell. But yeah, that's pretty much how the graphing calculator was before this latest update. This is version 1.2.2, I think. But what's been added since the last video which was actually on 1.0. First of all, we have this whole new window here that we can bring up. This is the objects window. This is essentially used to graph multiple objects at once. Like if we put x cubed minus x squared in here, we can get our nice cubic equation over here, and that's just looks like the normal graph. We can add another object though, and we can go, oops, you're about to see what that was, 8x minus 3, and this box that you just saw for a second, because I clicked it accidentally, we can change the color that the line's going to be. We can do this with any of our graphs. Let's pick a nice ugly puke green color. Yeah, just like that. And we put that on there. That's a pretty light color, so it's hard to see on there, but it is there. And we've got that. I'm going to change the color because you can't see it to this blue. We've got that. Now we have multiple equations on here, which we couldn't do in the last version, and they're colored, so we can differentiate between which ones are which. The other thing we can do in here, we can create a point. We can say 1, 4, and then we've got our nice point. Oops. We can say 9, -3. Let's put several in here, and that's over there. We can make those a color too. -3, -4. We'll make that one green. That's a pretty light color. And you can see that's over there. And then one of our nice zoom features, which are new in this version, is zoom stat, which essentially centers our window on all the points that we've graphed. So then we can see all of those. At some point, I'm gonna make a box and whisker plot feature that uses just the x's of the points to make a box and whisker plot. Maybe x's or y's, whichever you want. We can make it do that probably. And probably some other kind of things like that. We'll do stat stuff like that. Go back to zoom standard here. We of course can delete all this. We got right click menus, we can delete that way. And another fun thing in here, we just put this in the graph. We can graph a conic. Like this one's gonna be a circle, I hope, if I can remember the equation. That's the equation of a circle solved for y, and something's not working. Well, it seems to have crashed. I'll look into that. But so you'll probably see a new version soonish. But speaking of which, it does check for updates automatically, and if there is an update, it'll prompt you, and if you say yes, it'll bring you to the web page to download the installer, and you can reinstall to get the new update. Anyway, we'll go back into there. Let's try and graph a circle again. See if we break it again. And if we do, then I don't know what would break it. It worked a little while ago. Square root. Graph. I just graph that. Does it work? That works. Which is a parabola. What happens if we subtract 1? Square root. That one worked. That one registered as a conic. Now what happens if we switch it? There we got a circle. So we just graphed a hyperbola and a circle. We'll make this one bigger. That'll be 4. Of course, we can change the colors of those. I'm gonna have to look into what's causing that to not work. I think by the looks of it, it's just straight out of the graph. Creating an object, it won't accept a conic right now, only editing one. So if you want to graph a conic, create an object that isn't a conic, like 4. And then we edit that and add the square root. Except that's case sensitive, so we can't put the capital T. And then we get them both. Square root of 4. Yeah, that's really about it as of now. But please come up with a name, and if you're using the program, please give me a like, a comment, a subscription maybe if you want to see new features and as they come out, and probably I'll put out some tutorials because it is pretty hard to use, although it's hard for me to know because I made it, so I know how it works. So tell me if it's difficult to use, what I can do to make it easier, what I can do to improve it. Just please feedback. It's very useful to make it better for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.